Alrighty, hello people of the internet, it is I, Soul Rack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we will be rolling for Oberon, the various Fairy Knights, and Habitat. This is happening immediately after the Lost Belt 6 conclusion. And we should be back on Twitch as well. Hey everybody, I'm back here. Go ahead and send me whatever the link was, Ouroboros. Go ahead and link it or whatever it was. I'm sure I'm going to be interested in it. But I'm refreshed and recharged. Redra was a G. Redra was the G. He was cool. He was awesome. I very much like him. He is awesome. But yeah, actually, before I do the rolls, somebody does get top priority, and she gets only the highest quality of embers. Only the best. For my mash. I should have restarted things so that the audio would sync up. I will actually probably do that here real quick. You're leaving your mash at 80, Deontay? Why? I didn't answer what Orbos asked about what I thought about that last Oberon and Melusine scene. Elaborate what you mean by what I thought about it here. Because I'm not sure exactly what it is you mean by what did I think about it. Like, I thought that they were very good scenes there. Melusine very clearly refound her, I guess, purpose? Might be the best way. Okay, I gotta fully quit out of FGO in order for it to resync the audio. But Melusine very clearly refound herself, her sense of self. Even if she didn't remember why, she did remember things. But they were like phantom memories, I guess? The reasons why they did stuff. I mean, Melusine very clearly, her whole life was acting out of a sense of love for Aurora. Everything she did was to try and gain Aurora's affection so that she could try to, at least once, I feel like maybe it was make Aurora happy, perhaps, or make Aurora come to some sort of realization, maybe. Oberon's final scene, I mean, Oberon's tricky, that is definitely for sure, but I think that he didn't really want us to, I think Oberon wanted us to succeed. Glad to hear that. I'm glad that my melt was useful. But I think Oberon wanted us to succeed in beating him in the end there. I don't think he actually sought our demise. Personally. That's kind of what I somewhat feel about that all. Especially with that little dream sequence there. Because I think he knows that we won't treat the Lost Belts as just stories and forget them. He knows that we were changed and that we will always remember them and hold them dear, you know? That's kind of how I'm interpreting his actions. And I like to, real quick, I'm not stalling, I'm just coming to realizations, but let's even this out to 360. Or 330 for now. That voice Artoria heard from the staff wasn't Merlin. Really? Oberon did say he was going to seek out the Child of Prophecy. So, Oberon. Okay, that's... Interesting. That's actually very interesting. Like... Stage 3 Ascension and Higher is locked by completing Avalon Le Fae and reaching Stage 4. Saint Graph release quest will be unlocked in Interludes, and the Saint Graph will be unlocked upon its completion. That's why he needed to look up the spells. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder if... I mean, he did also say this was all Artoria's story as well. I wonder if he did have... Like, if he did care for both Artoria, but also for us. You know? I do have to wonder if he might have had some affection At the very least, something, maybe. I don't know. He's a tricky one. I look forward to seeing him grow in our Chaldea, getting to know him and the real him. Do you think I will get OK scoped? You mean the new K-scope? You think I'll get a copy? Do I think I'll get a copy of that or something? Oh, that was a bit of a pause. New CE? No. That was a bit of a pause, so I was hesitatingly optimistic. Let's see. Posted an imager link. Red Rabbit. Okay. This is Redra's thoughts? Ouroboros? His thoughts around his whole journey with us? His life at the end. It was cut content from... There's cut content?! How the heck is there cut content? There's so much! Okay, that kind of explains why there's cut content. There's already so much here, so they have to cut some of it. But... not a min roll, but not a good roll either. We'll do a ticket this time. Ticket this time, and then a skip click for this next summon, I think. See if we get any luck there. Nothing from the ticket. So this was cut content. Redra's final moment. So this would have presumably been a cutscene then. Okay, so we'll do the skip on this one. Let's see what this first roll comes in. Holy Shroud of Magdalene. I'm gonna move training. What lies beyond the horizon? Rhythm Birth. Last one's return to Tome for getting Ainsel and the Round Table Army killed. Wait, he got them killed? Hang on, I'm gonna have to read through this a little bit more in depth. I'm somewhat distracted just because of the summoning animations going on in the side of my eye here. Oh, he's reporting of our actions as a betrayal. Ooh, that's kind of dark. And Aurora's the one that put him up to it as well. I really don't like Aurora. I was fine with her at the beginning, but she's quickly grown into a not nice, not good, don't like at all kind of character. 5-star CE Witchcraft. I didn't realize I had that one. Realized after it was too late. He didn't like her much either. Well, that's good. At least the time he knows his story was ending. That's tragic, honestly. He realized in the end how evil Aurora was. And I mean, I don't care if she didn't see herself as evil or realize she was evil. Aurora was evil. She was essentially the Fae, like, she wasn't exactly the Fae counterpart of She Who Shall Not Be Named. She was damn close. We get a 4-star or higher servant here. Oh no, I thought I tapped you. I could have swore I pressed the... I thought I tapped. I could have swore I tapped. Wow, min roll. Ouch, these rolls are just not being nice to me. Not being nice at all. You never trusted Aurora, even less than Oberon. I mean, I fully trusted Oberon. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I completely trusted Oberon. You know. His... Man, it's just less than pain. There's also beauty of Fairy Britain. I mean, I can see that kind of logic. Damn. So this was his final thoughts. This would have been an amazing... Like, it's such a shame this was cut. It really is such a freaking shame that it was cut. But, I mean, in a way, it kind of... The fact that his final moments was cut... It kind of goes to what Oberon was saying, doesn't it? Because, I mean, like, I kind of guessed that Redra died, but I didn't see him as any more than really a side character. This kind of depth I didn't really realize, so... I both don't like how they cut it, but I can understand why they cut it, because it sort of hammers in Oberon's point. Ooh, gimme, gimme, gimme. Me like the cut. Every side character has cut. I mean, I don't see how someone like Ainsel could have anything cut, but I'm interested to see if that's the case. Because Ainsel had a very definitive end. Come on, game. Like, these rolls are really not being too nice to me today. You were a little worried about what Merlin said about us talking about nothing. Or talking to nothing more. Yeah, I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if our mental health is shoddy at best at this point. I mean, it's not like Chaldea has a licensed therapist or anything. The next one is about Rhynek. Now, Rhynek is one that we know very little about. Rhynek was one of Morgan as Aesic's companions, a Fang clan, and it seems like he was the predecessor to Woodwose. Okay, now we're getting a 4-star or higher servant. It's an archer. And we got Baobon. There we go. Finally got somebody. And it is Baobon. Which I'm fine with. I do want to give her a better life than what she had in Fairy Britain. Baobon, Sith of the Crimson Heels. That's enough of an introduction, right? No matter where I go or what I do, I am who I am. I'll do as I please here and turn you all into mincemeat. Right. I'm sure you will. Alright, so let's make sure you're locked and you are. Alright, wait. Ooh, hang on. I'll read what you're posting there in a minute, Oberon. Or I don't know. I'm so used to saying Oberon now. I'm sorry, Ouroboros. But so this is more Cretan. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. Sir Nunna's had Grimalkin as a skill. Am I or am I not correct that Sir Nunna's had Grimalkin as a skill? I could have swore that he used that. And we know that it was Baobon's sacrifice that awoke him. So... Okay. So, interesting. Very interesting. She really did get a bad fate. So I do look forward to giving her better time in Chaldea. Okay. 3 calamities were the 3 fairy knights. In a way they were, wasn't it? They were... Friends, hence what ran does everything he can to help her behind the scenes. Rush will never accept fairy protects, but I'm fond of her strength. Feelings are clear as day. Stand to be third. His incarnation goes out to hunt Moors. 11 spin, even if some delegate would be performed, flank plan maybe couldn't show up. Down the coronation, he reluctantly makes a mind for the medium, but his affection arrives. And nothing different now, nothing would have changed, nothing at all. And now I go. Moore's campaign begins. Age right next to the battle. This is all gone. Be gone from the Moors. This is her nation. Okay, so Rhynek knew that Asik was Morgan. Okay. I'm glad that we get to see more of his story. And he loved Morgan, and that's why Woodwose loved Morgan as well. Even if he was manipulated by Aurora. By the way, so I was told, and like months upon months ago, I was told not to look up oh, we get gold in the tickets. Gold from the tickets. Hold my thoughts. Archer. NP2 Balbon Sith. Okay. Alright, Balbon. Alright, I see you. That's just a different name for Morgan. Yeah, I was told not to look up Tonelico because it would spoil the Lost Spell. So, that was just a different name for Morgan. That is the Japanese, like what we translated the name to be when it was still in the Japanese, I'm guessing. Okay, we get another servant. Another 4-star higher. Another archer. It is base Tristan. Okay, I was actually going to be saying I would like to get base Tristan as well, because he's the only round table knight next to Mordred that I do not yet have. So we get basic Tristan as well. Okay. I'll take it. I'll have to read his family translated lines. I'll have to get him first, though. You know. I would like to get Oberon first. Knight of the Round Table, Tristan. I have arrived in answer to the summons. I pray that I will be useful to you. Please, issue your order, Master. Okay, make sure you're locked in. Alrighty. So that is almost everybody now. Let's do our final 11 spin for now. I might have to claim my August Quartz early if push comes to shove. Because I still need Gawain and Oberon. Man, this is gonna make me sad, isn't it? It's gonna take me a while to get Oberon, I fear. I fear. I want Barghest. I want Oberon. I'm a greedy, greedy glutton. Okay, you know, I'm gonna do tickets. I'm gonna do another 10 tickets. Thank you, Green Turtle 112 for the follow. It is greatly appreciated. I'm at 330 tickets, technically 360 if you count, or 330 quartz, technically like 360 if you count tickets. And about to be 390 with the tickets. Another Archer! NP2 both Tristans! Okay! Real quick, Barghest is on raid up, right? They share the raid up, right? Yeah, they share the raid up. I just play NA. I only play the NA version, so... Yeah, NA version of FGO is the only version I play. I like reading... I play FGO mainly for the story, Green Turtle. So, not being able to understand the story or getting bad translations of the story just doesn't sit right with me, so that's why I don't play JP. That and the fact that I would be very much behind. I mean, yeah, but that's just like the normal odds, though, isn't it, Mordred? That's just like standard odds for a raid up 4-star. I mean, there's still chance. I'm mainly... Okay, right now I am mainly going for Oberon at this point. Like, I do want Oberon. I definitely want Barghest as well. But I'm not going to break the bank to go for her. I'm sure she'll have other raid-ups. In fact, I'm going to look when she has other raid-ups, just so that way, you know, I can see. Because right now I'm... Oh, Rainbow! Voila. Oberon. On a ticket. Alright, Oberon, what's your summon lines? Ooh. What the hell? Why is this happening? Oh, I see. Lies will keep on circulating until the human order stabilizes. Fine, I give up. That's just the kind of person you are. My name is Oberon. You called me, so I'll help out. Even if it disgusts me to the core. Oh, Oberon, you don't need to lie. You like me. We're friends. We're pals, Oberon. We're pals. So, Anti-Humanity D. Increased debuff success rate against all enemies other than foreigner classes for all allies. Debuff success rate against all enemies other than foreigners for all allies. When you're on the field, decrease Merlin's buff success rate? Oh, that's great. Oh, that is great. He decreases the success rate of Merlin's buffs. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh, I'm definitely gonna be like going through their profiles here. I'm definitely going to go through the profiles to read the other lines, just because it kind of occurred to me with the waifu rankings at the end of last year that I didn't really know all of the female servants I was really ranking, because I don't read all their lines, because MASH is pretty much always in my room. So yeah, I will be going through some voice lines, or various lines here after rolls. I think I'm gonna really quickly now go to the shop. I'm not gonna burn real life money just yet. Let's get another 60 quartz. Back to the summon and let's do... I said summon, not shop. No, I'm trying to get Barghest. Even if it is low odds, I'm stubborn. Because she's not going to have much better odds any other time. I'm looking at the stuff now, and oh, there's another archer. I'm looking at stuff now, and the only banners that she is going to be having. That's the thing, though. I don't know if I have the quartz to wait. Okay, back-to-back golden mystery archers. I think I'm gonna have MP5 Balbon at this rate. Now you have the quartz to wait. Okay, let me check. I'm looking. It's gonna be okay. There is gonna be a period of time where it's just her on grade up isn't there. All right, you've convinced me. I'm sorry, Barghest. I'm sorry. I will get you though, Barghest. I will. I promise. You are like the most noble of the Fae Knights, the Tamlin. But now we're gonna try and get Now we're gonna try and get us a. What is it? My Habitrot. There we go. For now, we're gonna try and get some Habitrot. That's fine. I've got like 7 million friend points to burn, so why not? I haven't been using them. May as well use them. I mean, I'm not going to roll for too long for Habitrot, I will say, because I do want to read through some voice lines, or through the various lines as well. And my own voice is starting to hurt from streaming for about 6 hours. So yeah. But, I mean, the rolls have been successful thus far. As far as the main rolls, it's just Barghest is the only one from Avalon Le Fae that I still require. Which I'd say is pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'd say that is pretty good. I should also probably start burning these 3-star CEs because I have no need for them. Hey, we got some gold! And it's a Saber Lily. Yeah, I'm burning the 3-star CEs. I guess that's going to be a quick way to check if we get anything. Just press the skip button. And we'll have it's a good way. But, yeah, I mean, the annoying part without P would have been the rotation summons. Yeah, I think it is probably a very good thing we got the pity when we did. I mean, I was told initially, like, Morgan was one of the servants that I was spoiled on for Avalon Le Fae. And I was told, Soul, don't roll for Morgan. Wait until she has raid up again and when pity is around. Because I guess on the initial JP side, when Morgan came, pity was not a thing. I mean, but now pity is a thing. So I'm sure that is definitely a much better pity than the USOs, I will say. Much better, and I'm very glad it exists, even if I have not yet had to take use of it. But, knock on wood, that it is going to be happening to me for Summer Kama or Summer Okitan, because those both are coming within like a month's time, so yeah. But I mean, outside of them, I'm not really gonna... There's not much else on my radar for the rules for the remainder of this year. Chance of getting the Fairy Knights is abyssal. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much more on my radar as far as rules go for the remainder of the year. I mean, the Summer Servants are obviously on my roll for list. I'm going to be definitely going for them. But beyond them, I think it's going to be pretty much saving for the end of the year when Koyan Foreigner mode, as well as Itachi and the cat girl riding a white dragon comes out. Because, you know, Itachi. Easy Itachi look like, I'm just saying. Said it before, I'll say it again. I probably should have done NP levels for everybody that had NP levels before this, because it's just going to get a lot of lost in the fog at this point. At least I'm getting lots of QP. Like, tons and tons of QP here. You're rolling for everything new on anime. Okay. I mean, to be fair, I don't think we're getting too many other new things for the remainder of the year. This year is the year of, wait, hang on. I might be wrong. Is this Halloween the one where we're getting Jacques de Molay? Is that this Halloween or is it next Halloween? When is Ryder Liz, or when is Lizarella? Because I know it's that Halloween. Is that this year or is that next year? I honestly don't remember. Shoot! Because I want all the foreigner servants. And I know Jacques de Molay. Next year's Pretender Liz. Damn it. So I am going to have to be rolling this Halloween period. Shoot! That's going to strain me even further. Okay, I mean, I just need to think. Think things through. Think with my head. So, I'm not going to be getting much more free quartz throughout the course of the year, but I do have 3 quests to complete, including High-End Kyo's free quests, which I still have yet to do. But I'll be able to get those done, as well as the Avalon Le Fae free quests, so that is going to be, at minimum, another 20 quartz, not to mention the quartz I'll get for actually completing them. So that's going to probably be, what, another 60 quartz total? You think we're going to get around 700 quartz till the end of the year? I mean, that's nice, but that's not... I mean, unless I'm really lucky, that's not going to be enough for me. It's gonna be finicky. I'm gonna really have to... Unless... So I don't necessarily like saying this, but I might have to hold off on Vargas. You know? Vargas might require being held off on until, like, if there's a free 4-star banner. Like, if there's a free 4-star option with Vargas on it, then I might have to pick her. But I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, if ever. Do you guys know if Vargas is on a free 4-star banner? She's story locked. Yeah, I saw that. I looked her up and I saw that she is story locked. But so there will be a ticket that will allow me to pick Vargas. There will be one? Because if so, then I will probably have to wait and pick her off of there, rather than rolling on the Morgan banner. Gonna be waiting until next year. I mean, that hurts, but honestly speaking, I don't feel like she would get leveled up anytime soon. Just because I am a fair and impartial judge as far as my level up orders go, and I mean, in the servants that have points put in them alone, we have Sitanai first, then Melusine, then Serenity, Chiron, Astray, Habitrat, because I do believe J6 reserved 3 for Habitrat, Fran Bride, RPG Deli, Penth, Chiome, Uriel, Brahma, Lubu, Charlotte, Voyager. And those are all... those all have at least 1 point in them. And I'm not really sure where she would rank. Oh, another Saber Lily, of course. I do think I need to put Percival above Morgan, though. Morgan is definitely above Koyon. Tristan... I should probably move... I'm gonna move Base Gawain up as well if he's not at a minus points, yeah. Base Gawain definitely deserves to go up a few ranks here. Just for his participation in this Lost Belt. Towards the very end there. Yeah, I'm fine with the zeros at this point. I'll adjust more so later. I do think at this point I'm going to just go until I get a single extra copy of Habitrap for now. Because I've gone through like 200,000 friend points without a single Habitrap. What are her odds? What are the odds of Habitrap in the friend point gacha? That's normal. Oh boy. But man, Avalon Le Fae was quite the ride. Avalon Le Fae really was quite the ride. Definitely the strongest of all of the Lost Belts, I will say. And honestly, it's a very high contender for just the greatest story segment in all of FGO thus far. I would honestly argue that Avalon Le Fae is incredibly high up there. I do think Seraph does rank better, but that's just because I'm a Melt stan, so no. I have to. Plus, that was a very tragic story with Melt. Seraph was more of a tragedy than anything. A romantic tragedy, I guess. But, Avalon Le Fae, it started off with some dark themes, but everything just started going lower and lower, and things got darker and darker, and then after Morgan died, you know, the shit just hit the fan, which, let's be completely honest here, the fact that it was a week after Morgan died, that literally everything went to hell, shows how tight of a ship Morgan ran. Because, I mean, like, seriously, she kept those Fae in check for that long. That is damn impressive. And she suffered too. Like, the characters... While the story is great, I would say the characters definitely rank up there very high. And not just the main characters that you can summon, but the side characters as well. Some of them went out sort of just in a whimper, whereas others had more notable ends. Poor Coral was literally squished for being nagging to Aurora. Question now is who suffered the most in Lost Belt 6? I would honestly say Morgan. I would say Morgan is the one who... Yeah, oh, there we go. Hit the capacity there. Yeah, I would definitely say the Avalon Le Fae suffered the most, but I would definitely say that between the both, Morgan suffered more than Castoria. Okay. So okay, we have NP4 Baobon. And then we have Tristan. Tristan. NP2 Tristan. Yeah. Those two are definitely the top two in the suffering categories. Ooh, that is a good point. Baobon did suffer for multiple lifetimes. Baobon is pretty high up there in the contention for most suffering, which is kind of sad to say, but is truth. Baobon suffered quite a lot as well. But would I say she suffered the most? I wouldn't say she suffered more. I would definitely say that Morgan and FGO suffering tier list. It'd be more like an Avalon Le Fae suffering tier list, but nah, that kind of seems depressing. But yeah, I would say in terms of suffering, the top 3 contenders are definitely Morgan in the first position. Then I would say second position, I would give it a toss-up between Baobon and Castoria. Because Baobon suffered for many lifetimes, whereas Castoria only suffered for one. Let me make sure I'm not burning anything unnecessarily. I don't want to burn these embers. I don't want to burn the golden embers, damn it. And yes, I know I can filter things. I'm choosing not to do so. You got some context for Baobon that she might be number 1. Sure. Ooh, we can't forget about Cernunnos, though. Cernunnos actually suffered a fair bit as well. So I don't think we can count Cernunnos out for the suffering contention list. Let's burn this random foe as well. Am I burning anything I don't want to burn? I don't think so. And still somebody with a noble phantasm that can be... I've missed a man, Carbro! Our job was to make everyone in the village happy and comfort. Oh, you're implying... And she was still used and abused. Yeah? I mean, the only reason... Like, on a grand scale of things, she definitely suffered, but... Let's not forget, Morgan as, Asic literally was killed multiple times. She even said it herself. She was burned, she was dismembered, she was beheaded. She suffered a lot. You know. It was a different kind of suffering, I would say. But that is a good point. If Baobon had the memories of all of her past lives, then I would definitely say Baobon is probably second. Oh, I definitely can understand that. I can definitely understand that Baobon has, like, some of the most cut content. Like, we didn't even get a climactic final fight with her. We didn't even get to see her third ascension either, come to think of it. Oh yeah, I did hear that Lost Belt 6 got rewrote. I don't know why it got rewrote, but I did overhear that. But I do think Morgan, just for virtue of having lived for 6,000 years and remembered it all, is the one who suffered the most. Because that just means she lived a more continuous existence than Baobon. Baobon would probably rank second place. It got rewrote because Nasu saw Vortigern. Wow. Nasu went for Oberon. Damn. But, Cernunnos might actually be up there as well. For everything that happened with him. Cernunnos might be up there in the suffering. Vargas is pretty high up there. Cernunnos or his priestess? They are both contenders. I mean, I would say with the priestess, it depends on how much of a consciousness she had when she was remated to all the humans. Basically, he wrote all of us, but that's how it would be without Oberon first, and then Oberon changed it all. Well, I'm glad it didn't end up as a simple story. Because, like I said, it has been an amazing story, Lost Belt 6, and I'm very happy that it is what it is. Also, let me just say, I said it back when we first found the point of divergence. I was pretty damn close to how the Lost Belt diverged. I knew it happened because Sephiroth wiped everything out. Didn't think it was because the Fae were just lazy shits. Like, seriously, they took a single day break and everything went shit. That's amazing, honestly. I mean, if it's between that, if it's between me dying or, you know, literally saving all of humanity, yes, I would. I may have a high, like, want for living, but if it meant my life to make others, then I would do it with very little hesitation. The only hesitation would be that I would want to be able to say goodbyes. Rhynek becoming Wood was a miracle. Interesting. So then, the same thing must be with Ainsel becoming Gareth. I think we might be getting a habit trot here. Nope, never mind. There was a little bit of a pause there, so I was hopeful. Speaking of hope, you know, it's a little bit curious. So, as far as I understand it, that Fae that we met at the very beginning, the Nameless Fae, Castoria, who never forgot because the Nameless Witch didn't affect her, temporarily gave her name of Artoria Castor. And then she turned into a Morris for some reason. But her name was... So that fairy's original name was always Hope. Like, that was her original name, and her purpose was to bring hope to others. And somehow, some way, maybe it's by virtue of technically her and Artoria, in some level, shared the same purpose to bring hope, to bring salvation. They're very similar concepts. Because of that, and the fact that Castoria shared her name with her, it helped Hope transcend space and time to be the star that would forever be shining in Castoria's sights. Am I essentially right with that? Where somehow that name sharing linked the two beyond space and time. Or that fairy was literally the only light of hope in all of Fairy Britain. The only truly good one left. Or the only one that was naturally good, rather. Kind of like Balban. Okay. So in a way, then, I do wonder if Balban was Morgan's light. Was Morgan's star. You know? It could be a possibility. Like, Morgan was always too late to save Balban until the final life. So maybe that's what it is. Just a thought. Hope was to Castoria what Balban was to Asa. Okay. Which is kind of sad and tragic. It is sad and tragic. I do really wish that we got more with Balban characterization. I do feel like we had a pretty good handle of Morgan as Asic's character, you know? Yeah. To think that... I mean, I honestly wouldn't have guessed. Like, until the Lost Will scene, I never would have guessed that Castoria was holding that hatred in her. That she was essentially pulling an Elsa of conceal, don't feel. Never would have guessed that she actively suffered that much. Although I do wonder if she felt like she did cry at Nox's death. She had to have had some level of bond with Nox, as well as with the fairies and the humans of Londinia. So there had to have been some lights. I mean, especially because of that CE. The memorial CE we get for completing Avalon Le Fae is literally Castoria, Gareth, and Nock. So there were some people in that world that she did like in the end. So she was lying to herself a fair bit, which it's fine. We all lie to ourselves. We all lie to ourselves at some point. How many? I think I am approaching the 400,000 without a single Habitrot. What, like, legitimately, what are the odds of getting Habitrot? Does anybody know the odds of Habitrot on the Friend Point Gacha? Come to think of it, I haven't seen an Angry Mango either. I mean, not that I need him. I do have him at NP 4 or 3, I think. So I don't necessarily need the angriest of mangoes. 0.1%. Shared with Saber Lily. Yeah, I guess there is just a lot more things that can be rolled on this. Nock and Ainsel never lied to her. Okay. Interesting that's the case. So less than the chances for getting Vargas would have been. I mean, I do wonder about Ainsel Gareth, though. Like, in the end, Gareth did remember that she was Ainsel. And she seemed to get her memories back. But that's not something that the fairies' descendants do. They don't remember their past lives. The whole, sins of the father can't be blamed on their children sort of idea. Right? So, we've reached it again? Damn. So I do wonder how that was capable, if it was maybe a unique thing because Ainsel was the Mirror Clan fairy's head, so she might have been an A-ray in her own right. Powerful if they can remember their past selves. Okay. So that's probably the explanation for... Wow, I got a ton of assassins. How many mana prisms? I have 18,000 mana prisms. That's why Woodwoes fell in love with Morgan just like Rhynek did. You're trying to find all the cut content from Lost Belt 6. Do it! I believe in you! But I don't think I'm going to be rolling for much longer here. Just because I'm getting a little bit disheartened at the lack of, Habitrot. Like, I can only imagine how many people, how much it will take to get NP5 Habitrot here. It's gonna be insane. You want all of the lore. The lore. The lore. In the Garden of Lost Will, regarding the name of the imprisoned, the Garden of Lost Will, the person that appears at the end is generally a person that you unconsciously feel is pointing out the very hardest thing. The first thing that you yourself avoid confronting. The Oberon that shows up at the end isn't the real. I mean, we knew that. That would have been an interesting twist if it had been the real Oberon that had showed up in that Lost Will segment, just to see if he could push us to that sort of conclusion. That would have been interesting. Vivian of Orkney, Leah Ring can recognize the sins and offer very price their love and affection. Days. Didn't get Castle. Broken Fairy Tale Kingdom where she had no duty to Avalon Le Fae. Oh, there was Habitat! We got MP2 Habitat! Woo! No spring memories as Fairy Paradise. She had no flood memories still back out. She wasn't allowed to have any, but Vivian may have experienced the same thing if she had returned to Paradise. Still, Morgan had her memories of being lovingly raised in Orkney, while Tori had her memories of being her very first traveling companions who had nothing to do with their duty as the Fairy Paradise. Okay, so I did think that, you know, Artoria did have some spring memories, but that they just weren't linked to her being the Fairy of Paradise. So I'm glad that is confirmed. And, you know, it does make me feel somewhat better that Morgan did have some happy memories before she became basic. Alright, so we got NP2 Habitat. That's all I'm going to go for the NP levels. I missed a Jason to burn. So we'll go ahead and boost Habitat here. Next, we will read the lines of our various new servants here, because why not? And then I think I will do a little bit of enhancing, and then I think I will end up calling the stream. So let's go to the formation, Spirit Origin list, filter by, not that filter, but by recent acquisition. Alright, so starting at the top with Morgan. Profile of Morgan. She has no memories as Avalon Le Fae of being happy, but she does have her own happy memories. That's final sprite. In the moment she vanished from the throne and became a guardian, I go for just good thinking. If I keep trying, it's to be. See the space time jump shenanigans. Queen who rules over the Lost Belt Fairy Britain. She has established an absolute monarchy in Lost Britain, oppressing the Fae for over 2,000 years. The highest ranked Fae, the valiantly brilliant mage, she bears Rangamini at the lance at the ends of the world as a form of magecraft. We can't see her other profile because we don't have her bond levels. That's fine. Gotta say, I like Morgan's outfit, though. Alright, so I'm going to not read the attack stuff. I'm going to mainly read the main lines. So unlock through enhance. 2 mystery ones. No, I will get there eventually, I'm sure. Unlock through ascension. Unlocks 3 bond levels. Are you kidding me? I actually have to okay, so you can't just go through the profile. Alright. My room, then. Change the favorites. Sort by acquisition. Alright, let's start from the top with Morgan. Oh, she has lines for Habitat. You're not her, you aren't. You're fairy from proper human history. A variant of your Fairy Britain self. Even so, a spade is a spade. My friend, my knight, how many times has your strength saved me in my time of need? Even if you are someone else, it makes me happy to see you smile. Okay, it does, but what is that noble phantasm? There's no need for such things at a wedding. I really want to... How dare they? Damn you, Chaldea! I don't even know what her noble phantasm looks like! I need to see now! You're making me want to see Habitat's noble phantasm here, Morgan. I want to hear her say, damn you, Chaldea. Okay. What I like, is there anything better than a nation that moves as I desire? My children are proper human history. Cannot imagine being blessed with children. But they seem to have grown into upstanding knights. Unlike me. As your servant, I will lend an ear to your words. I will tolerate no other sounds. Kukulkan, why is he so excessively cautious of me? He is manipulated by a wicked goddess. What does that have to do with me? The Holy Grail? Ah, that thing powerless humans seek. I do not need it. I do not even want to look upon it. Besides, it's something Arthur acquired, isn't it? Ooh. Wow, she blasts the grails. That's kind of funny. Vermin, do not approach me. I should have crushed you the moment I first laid my eyes upon you. That's a random line.
Well,
you've got to be kidding me, Artoria. Let me that water cannon while you're at it. Uh-oh. She has lines for Scrotoria? Artoria, do you have a gift for antagonizing people? Were you born solely to impugn on my dignity? Why do you have a noble phantasm named only good for destroying things after me? Say it to my face. I dare you. Okay, she's talking about Salter now. Interesting. She made a copy of Artoria? Was the proper human history of me that obsessed? No, forget I said that. It was a slip of the tongue. Mordred, I must say, she is well made. How could I fail after crafting such an excellent pawn? Wait, I succeeded? Wow, she even acknowledges that her proper human history self is obsessed. I wonder if she has any lines for Grey. Merlin is a nightmare incarnate. No matter how many times you try to kill him, he bounces back out of nowhere and leaves you with horrible memories. So the only thing to do is lock him away. It's important to never approach him afterward. He'll just deceive you again with his wily tongue. I'm really interested in where that vermin line came from, though. Here, Morgan. Where did that vermin line come from? What did I last like? Nothing in particular. Caterpillars, though. Battlefield, very well. Bring me my cursed spearmaster. Sir, my possession, I do not understand the point of your question, so that's asking about what your favorite possession is. Nations require festivals. Even I want to hold a yearly Morgan festival, so I understand. She wants to hold a Morgan festival? Look out, Nero. I seem to be feeling well, but why are you like this, Balban? You need to fix that habit of crying over things you broke yourself. She also talked about Oberon. Oh. Avalon Le Fae. I see. So you found your destiny. Holy Grail? I think powerless humans seek. I don't think I've got anything else. So let me check. So can I do it this way? Yes, I can. So do I have any other voice lines can be unlocked through Ascension, Bond? There is another. I'm missing a conversation. I'm missing a couple things. One of these has got to be the birthday line, which I won't get anytime soon. But she does have more conversation pieces. As your servant, I will lend ear to your words. I will try to know their sounds. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, it's a servant possibility. Okay. Let me just really quickly check one more time, make sure I'm not missing it. No. Okay, possibility of servant. One of these is going to be a birthday line. I know that much. I'm surprised we have the event line now, though. Alright, so that's Morgan. Melusine is next. But before we actually go through her lines, let us read her profile. So... member of the Fairy Britons, Knights of the Round Table. This Tamlin spirit origin was dubbed Lancelot after the Round Table Knight from proper human history. She's the lone dragon fairy in Britain. Though she plays the part of a merciless warrior, her bearing, grace, and unique appearance may lead to call her the proudest and most beautiful fae within the fairy kingdom. 2 different types of lines depending on ascension. Interesting. Oh gosh, she's got a lot of Bond lines. Oh, she's... okay, so... I don't remember when I summoned her, but we have 2 summon lines. Seems like we don't have a connection yet. Well, you'll get to know me in time. Fleeing your mouth, spread my wings. I think we summoned her after the chapter with her. I want to say that we summoned her then. Alright, so let's see some of her lines. Percival! Thank goodness you've come to Chaldea. My apologies. I mistook you for someone else. The one I knew in Fairyland isn't here anymore. I knew that. But... Aww. She misses her brother. Things I dislike? Can't really think of anything. But it would hurt if Vargas saw me as her enemy. Oh, she is friends with Vargas. Hi, Queen Morgan, the witch who loved Fairyland in the truest sense. I couldn't possibly face her now. It may sound foolish to you, but I repaid the grace she showed me with bloodied sword. Ready, we can depart for the battlefield at any time. My relationship with my master. Being fully on the same wavelength? No, that's not exactly it. My possession? No, not that either. It's hard to express in words what it's like to be love, okay? We are at Bond Zero, Melusine. We are at Bond Zero, and she's already saying that. So, Avalon Le Fae. You seem knowledgeable in British mystics of proper human history. Good. Tell me about that. How did Albion fare in your history? The weak must obey the strong. That might sound like an obvious rule, but life isn't always a life or death competition. There's an event starting? Then it's my turn to shine. I'll do better in battle than ever. Holy Grail. No, never mind. I heard it was an excellent source of fuel, so it's like an extra impressive ember, right? In a way. I'd like to try eating one. You might be on the docket for grailing in the future. Might. Melusine. Lancelot, Knight of the Round Table. She's just as Her Majesty described. A humble, elegant, loyal, and magnificent knight. I'm proud to... Wait a second. Did I just see him and Sir Tristan do something that no married man should ever... Wait, is that how Her Majesty thought of me? What did he and Sir Tristan do? I'm a little confused. Babon Seth, High Queen Morgan's daughter, and my colleague. I've always known her to be a wanton killer, but I have no right to criticize her folly. Oh, it's probably Vargas that I'm missing for Morgan's line. Beneath it all, we're cut from the same cloth. So she does see some camaraderie with Babon. Love rainbows, even if they're just a scattering of light rays. Relationship with my master, that's that one again. Queen Morgan. Event. Babon. Must obey the strong. Okay, I think that might be all of Melusine's lines, which... Interesting that she's jumping straight to lovers right away, I will say again. So lots of bond levels. Make sure I didn't miss anything. 5 Convoy, 6 for Morgan. I'm guessing 7 is gonna be for... So 6 is Morgan. I'm guessing 7 is going to be Vargas, because 8 is Babon. 9 is Percival. And that's gonna be the birthday line. Okay. So that is Melusine. Let's check Percy out now. So his profile, the knight who holds the second seat at King Arthur's Table of Round Knights. His name, Percival de Galles. He is a faithful knight, though sometimes described as an innocent fool. Percival is an expert spearsman, a knight who personally witnessed the miracle of the Holy Grail, and a man of compassion who saved numerous souls. He bears and protects Longinus, another sacred lance that differs from the one kept by the King of Knights. And he should have an equal amount of lines, so we'll go ahead and check him out, because Percival was awesome. The original line is like, no light nor married man should. I'm actually going to just quickly click through so that I can then, I'm going to quickly click through his lines so that way I can just read them off there. So I'm going to... We'll actually listen to the lines after I got them all loaded up. That way I don't get repeats right away. Okay, that's probably all of them. Hey, I've rolled over the, period. So, let's see here. Conversation 1. Master, your orders, please. I understand my position. You are my master, my new lord. Master, I hope you're not hungry. You won't win any easy battles if you're hungry. Do not consider eating a chore. Fair. Our King of Knights, I never imagined I would reunite with you again. On top of that, we are now fellow servants serving under the same master. What a strange coincidence. By the way, my king, have you lost some weight? Oh no. No, this won't do. Allow your Percival to offer you a large serving of meat and root vegetables. Aw, he's totally a big brother figure, isn't he? Oh, loyal knight Bedivere, it's been a while. You seem a bit different now. It appears like some heavy weight has been lifted off from you. The only thing I see now are gentle-colored flowers on you. This one is a violet color. I wonder what flower it is. Gareth, you're still as thick as a stick. You must eat... Thin as a stick. You must eat more. Come on, eat up. Gareth, why are you running away? Gareth! Sir Gawain. Remarkable. We generate immense impact just from gently bumping our fists together. That's Sir Gawain for ya. Gawain's super powerful fist bump confirmed. Melisandre's birthday, she reserved the next 24 hours for you, but you have to work. She'll offer you to destroy Chaldea to free you from work. Oh, jeez. Lancelot, my friend whom I have crossed blades with at times and went on expeditions together. There was never a time when I forgot about you. I never thought I would be able to see you once again. Probably that's more towards the fact that Lancelot ran off at the very end of the story. Tristan, being unfaithful is never a good idea. Surprised that's Tristan's line. Number 10. Lord Caesar. Lord Caesar and Tristan get the same lines. Illustrious great mage. What do you think he normally eats? Merlin, I'm guessing, is that one's line. My king? No, wait. Huh? So one of Artoria's variants. Wonderful. So this is where the strongest spearmen gather. Yeah, I like this. Alright, Master, watch us. Watch us compete against each other. Probably a coup line. He likes... Children are our love and treasure. We must protect them. He's a protector of kids. Chaldea's will supply us. That's wonderful. No child will go hungry. Oh, the people I think are children are her experience in their younger years. In the younger form, her experience do not need to eat. I understand that in theory, but I seem to get the wrong idea. So Percy and Atalante will get along swimmingly. I was unable to obtain the Holy Grail, but certainly witnessed something I consider precious. It was the light that Galahad possessed, and it was hope that points to the future. I believe that, even to this day. And the event, something started. Let's head out, Master. Alright. So that is Percival. We're gonna go... I'm gonna do Oberon next time. Because my voice is really starting to hurt. Like, I've been going for almost 7 hours here. So we will do... So I'm gonna change back to MASH being my favorite. Next time, which will be Monday, I will be doing Koyan, Canis, Sitanai, and Habitrots. Oh, I will definitely revisit them. I will for sure revisit their lines eventually. But, I mean, Oberon is a very long ways off from leveling up. Melusine, not so much, because I am going to be doing some leveling ups now. First, though, I do need to get some bows out. Artoria Avalon, I will add her to the docket of checks. Read her updated profile. Okay, I will do that. Then I'm going to do some level ups here. And then we will probably be calling. So I'm going to, at the very least, be leveling up Sitanai, maybe even more. So profile. Child prophesied to save Fairy Britain. She is a specialized fairy who, along with the staff of selection, was dispatched to the surface world by the planet's inner sea Avalon. After she drifted to the lake region, the chief of the Mirror clan decided to send her off on a boat with numerous treasures, after which she reached the coast of Tintangle, where she was raised. In the Lost Pouch, she is the counterpart of the girl who had come to wield Excalibur in proper human history. She was sent to collect information from the surface in order to forge Sacred Sword, a powerful weapon against the threats to the planet. 154 with 42 kilograms. Origin is Fate Grand Order. Region, the inner sea of the planet, or Tintangle of the Roaring Sea. She is neutral good. As she did not originate in Fairy Britain, the British fairies instinctively dislike her. On the other hand, fairies who hate all British fairies, fairies who are not born from one of the 6 clans, and fairies who detest themselves to begin with, the Fairy of Paradise is a source of comfort. An innocent and energetic and ordinary girl who hates to lose, is strong enough to take a hit, and values the importance of reading the room, and hides her true feelings from others. She's this practical researcher who spends her days studying magecraft and some truly animated fieldwork. She's the protagonist of this story who met the expectation of the others as the child of prophecy who sets off on a journey to save Britain. But that is only the face she presents to the world. Artoria proper human history was honest and forthright, but at the lost spot Artoria is not as strong-willed. She is frail, timid, and a pessimist. Internally she sighs in exasperation at the foolishness of being the child of prophecy, as well as the self-destructive tendency of so many pining their hopes on a prophecy. She's neither dispassionate nor dismissive of their plight. Thinking about it just kind of gets her down. Since Artoria is always concerned with the feelings of those around her, she's unable to express her own true feelings. She does not want to hate or come into conflict with others, so she tends to just agree with whatever is asked of her in whatever way she expected to behave. She works very hard because the truth is that she's clumsy, makes a lot of mistakes, and is constantly stumbling on her journey. The one thing she is truly good at is getting right back on her feet, which is why she's constantly making apologies for being so weak, and promising to do better. Every time she makes these promises, though, she finds herself thinking about how terrifying fighting is, how exhausting hatred is, and how wonderful it would be to live just an ordinary life. Artoria may be her own harshest critic, but no matter how badly the environment around her, or how badly she's treated, it's not her nature to give in to evil, forget her manners, or stop caring about the people around her. And that is the proof of just how truly noble in spirit she is. That is also the very trait which was the crucial difference between herself and Oberon. One might expect a child of prophecy on her pilgrimage to do everything she could to help others, even if it's scary. The truth, though, is that the child of prophecy set out on her journey to do her best because she knew people would be disappointed if she was frightened. She always concealed her deeply negative feelings. Everyone is scary. Society is nauseating. I don't have any motivation to save the world, but I also don't want to go against the people around me, so I'll try to be their savior. Despite that, her deeds appear noble in the other's eyes, seeming worthy of King Arthur's way of life. In truth, although Artoria Caster is obsequious, reactionary, and pessimistic, so she constantly criticizes herself, thinking, I pulled it off this time, but I'm sure they'll sack me in the next round. If Fairy Britain was a fairy tale envisioned by Morgan, the pilgrimage would be the tale following Artoria's growth and evolution. Her role may be similar to that of Dorothy, from the Wizard of Oz, but in actuality she is a combination of the Scarecrow who cannot walk properly, who does not have his own footing and lacks wisdom, the Tin Woodsman who lacks the heart, and the Cowardly Lion combined into one. So how did this Artoria manage to keep being the child of prophecy until the very end, and what was she fighting for? The answer to that question will spell the end of her tale. Charisma of Hope. Artoria was raised as a prophesied savior and endowed with this charisma that caused many people to rely upon her and expect great feats from her during her travels. Avalon Le Fae. Power hidden by the name Protection of the Lake. Fairies from Paradise possess the ability to bless life and protection of their targets from fate of many powerful forms of corruption. Sword of Creation. Sacred Sword Creation A. A power hidden by the name Sword of Selection. When this ability truly awakens, everything Artoria creates is imbued with the sword attribute. Fae Eyes A. A form of vision innate to fairies which converts the world. It is different than the mystic eyes some humans possess. These are said to be the eyes of all great fairies who can pierce through all falsehoods and reveal the truth. For fairies who conflate goodwill and malice, it is a rather pointless ability. If a human who puzzles over distinctions between such things were to possess these eyes, however, it wouldn't lead to anywhere good. Thanks to these eyes, Artoria Caster sees the truth behind the lies of all she encounters. As such, she saw both the human world as a storm of malice, and was both frightened and disgusted by fairies and humans alike. While asleep, she dreamt only of the storm of malice. It would have been no surprise had she been so disillusioned that she abandoned her mission to save Britain, but she held on to a single hope, a brilliant blue star she glimpsed beyond the storm. Artoria Caster fulfilled her... Round of Avalon. Promised Star assembles a perfect circle, Artoria's noble phantasm after she became the guardian of Britain. Camelot in Twilight is manifested, and she bestows the Knights of the Round Table gifts upon those fighting alongside of her. Artoria Caster fulfilled her duties in Fairy Britain, then vanished. After offering her body to the sacred sword and becoming the sword itself, she became a device whose purpose was to aid humanity in posing threats to the planet. Its name, Artoria Avalon. The third ascension is her actual form, while her appearance and her first and second ascensions represent a life someone must live. It is simulacrum of springtime memories belonging to that girl who traveled as the child of prophecy, rather than the recorded history of a child of fairy of paradise. So, the Castoria we went with is gone. She disappeared when she offered her body to the Sacred Sword. And what we have now is just somebody who has her memories. That is honestly kind of tragic. That is honestly really tragic. Wow. Poor Castoria. You kind of regret doing Lost Belt 6. Now, and since Fujiwara can never reach Avalon, he can never see her again. Never say... God, my throat. Never say never. There's always a chance. If Shiro could do it, so can we. I did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that either. Citanai. There we go. And let's focus Citanai up, because we're gonna at least level up Citanai. We might even level up Melusine today as well. I'm not sure. It depends on how much I can get through as far as materials. Because I do have the super and great suck chances increased right now, so... It's killing me. I've been speaking so much. Alright. I'm fine with burning sabers. I want to save the Lancer Embers for Melusine, though, if possible. And the neutral Embers for others. Hey, super. That was a fast level. Do I have basic 4 stars? I have basic 4-star Embers. There we go. Ascension! Go a bit more intricate design. Wow, I have a new look. That's interesting. Huh. Oh. Am I able to go back to my past form? I can? So that's how this works. Frozen Emotion B. Increase Arts Effectiveness and debuff Immune for one time for yourself. There's actually a manga based on what happened after Castoria died. Well, you know, you've caught my interest. I will say that. I am interested in such a manga, even if it is probably very tragic. So avoid the Lancer Embers and just start dragging everything else. Make sure no Lancer Embers are going to be harmed in the making of this level up. She speaks with the Guardian. So Castoria exists in as two entities then. Essentially, Castoria sleeps in Avalon, but the concept of the Sacred Sword has taken her form and has her memories. Interesting. That is a tragic tale for Castoria, but definitely when my magical energy goes up, my vessel just changed. Is this another way of saying growth? That makes me happy. Man, poor Castoria, she suffers. Most of them suffer, sadly. Most of the Fae Knights and everything just need to, you know, have a nice, relaxing time in Chaldea. They will not suffer. If I can help it, I will not put them through any suffering. I will do my damnedest to prevent them from suffering, at least. I mean, you can now put Castoria in place 1 for most suffering. I don't know. I mean, yes, she's essentially never gonna get her love. Like, it's gonna be a forever unrequited love. But just because that is what was said at the time does not mean that it will not eventually come true. So long as possibility exists for reunion to occur, the possibility of the Avalon Le Fae that journeyed as the child of prophecy to reunite with a mage from a foreign land will always exist. Perhaps that's just the optimistic dreamer in me, but I would like to think that eventually they will reunite at some point. Okay. When my spirit origin changes enough, my appearance changes as well. I'm starting to get it. And the powers of the goddesses seem to be get stronger too. What do you think? Do I look good? Kamui Yukar A. Applies random skills to effects to yourself. I've seen Oberon's third skill, right? I didn't see... I briefly glanced at it. I don't remember it, though. I'm opening up his profile. I will look up the name of his profile. Here. Give me just a moment. The ribs! Ow! Oh, getting the rib pop is always weird and sometimes painful, sometimes not. That was a little bit more on the painful side. End of a dream. I mean, yes, all dreams must come to an end eventually. But, per the words of the great Albus Dumbledore, just because it all happened in your head does not mean it is not real. And in the names of a great song that I don't really know the source of, a dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, you keep. If you believe in your dreams and someday, fortune will come smiling through. And through all your hopes and sorrows, for all you know tomorrow, that dream that you wish could come true. Don Quixote. I do look forward to when he becomes a servant as well. I very much look forward to Don Quixote as a servant. Calling someone master feels a little backwards. But I'm a servant now, so it only makes sense for me to have a master. So, let me say it again. Take good care of me, master. Alright. That is Sitanai almost fully there. No, Sitanai, you're not eating the Lancer Embers. Yep, that is clearly Ilya. The Emiya family has been reunited completely. I cannot think of a single Emiya member that I am missing that is currently summonable in the game. That I do not possess. I haven't gotten a single great success, by the way, out of all of this, which is kind of annoying, I will say. It's kind of annoying that I have yet to get a single great. Come on. Come on. Gonna be... Oh, there we go. Alright, that is level 90 Sitanai. I will skill her up here in a bit, but next... I think I do have enough time. After I skill up Sitanai, I think I'm gonna do Melusine as well. Get her up there. Oh wow, she's still at 111. Oops. Let's get Sitanai up to 666. Edema count? Why are we talking about interstitial fluid swelling, Mordred? And you misspelled edema. It's E-D-E-M-A. Unless you forgot the G and you meant edgemia, which I do have edgemia. God damn my throat. Ah, man. That's relief. But yeah. I think I'm going to be leveling up Melusine, and that will probably be the end of it for today, because I've been streaming for about 7 hours, and at most I've had like a 6-minute break twice, or 2 3-minute breaks over these past 7 hours. I think it's pretty much getting close to my wrap-up time here. One of my longer streams, that's for certain, and I'm actually somewhat glad I didn't stream yesterday like I had intended to. The reason I didn't stream is because we got a new refrigerator in, so I needed to help with that installation. And yeah, considering how long Part 29 took me, a good 4 hours, I would not have been, you know, able to get it all done yesterday. But yeah, alright, Melusine, and then we are going to be calling it an evening. So let's get down to business and get her up. I'll also have to reread her voice lines sometime on... Oh, nope, nope. Remove, and then put it back in. Yeah, I should be reading their level up lines too, shouldn't I? Thank you, Master. These embers are delicious. She has quite the nice expression. I will say that I do think Melusine is a very interesting character. I am very curious as to how she's already jumped to considering us lovers at this point, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when it counts. Maybe more characterization will happen. Faster and stronger, right? Of course, I'll grow as much as you need me to. Okay, and now I need to get more embers out of here. I'm starting to run low on the free 4-star embers, though. I didn't actually mean to click that one. So I want to save the 5-star embers, because those are primarily going to be used for melt. Okay. She does have some nice expressions. Melusine does. Very happy expressions. I've changed into my usual clothes. I don't want to get these dirty. Parried answer B. So she changed into her usual clothes, but she doesn't want to get them dirty. Interesting logic there, Melusine. Same line. If she doesn't really like Chaldea, then why did she answer our call? Seems like my output has gone up a bit. So this is how living creatures grow. I mean, you were always a living creature though, Melusine. Alright. She does. My spirit origin has shifted up a gear, I think. Next time, I'm sure it'll... She does remember Lost Belt 6, just because she does have the lines for not just the Tam Lin, but also for Percival, and she even goes on to make a remark about, oh, I must have mistaken you. Yes, she does also remember when she was just a lump of flesh, so... I think the main reason Melusine does remember is because she did penetrate into proper human history towards the very end there, and she does originate from proper human history as well. Alright, another one. I like how she gets reactor cores for Ascension materials, because she is, in her dragon form, pretty much a fighter jet. Alright, Ascension. Honestly, this form looks really badass. Finally, I'm back to my original form. She has an echo to her voice. Look, Master. This is the airframe that burned the fairyland to ash. Melusine's truth. The last shreds of Albion. Now that I look this way, there's no going back. Run as far as you want with the fire that burned the world. Ray Horizon A. Turn 3rd Ascension interchangeable. Noble Phantasm and significantly increase MP gauge as well as invincibility. And then 3rd Ascension is just an MP strength with an invincibility. Okay. Let's go ahead and enhance her. I imagine she has new lines at this point. One, two... They're so easygoing. Do you think this is enough to make me grow? The second one is the fan translation. I mean, I can definitely see the differences. But I kind of like the... Oh, didn't mean for that. I kind of like the official translation a bit better. Congratulations, thank you. I never want to stop eating these. Oh, well, sorry you're approaching that point soon, Melusine. You are soon approaching the point of not being able to eat anymore. For a while, at least. Shriveled state has a whole other meaning. I mean... in a way, yes. It does have a different meaning than compared to as rotten as me. But I mean, really, I would say, ooh, that's an interesting Final Ascension outfit. Last Dragon crumbled. Okay, that's a word. Flesh rotted and turned to mud. In that mire, I was born. I never thought I would have white wings again. But miracles do happen after all. You have my thanks, Master. Today, you and the world are born anew. Now, what conclusion do you desire? Yeah, that is a very interesting choice for Final Ascension. Oh wow, I'm out of 4-star embers. Okay. 47 and 100, and that should be all that we need. Rotten fits more because that's how she thinks of herself. I mean, that's how she thought of herself in, at the end of her time as Tamlin Lancelot. But maybe she gained new insight when she regained her sense of self towards the end of her life. When she regained herself as Tamlin Melusine. You know? It's a possibility, at least. Also, I think through all this, I didn't get a single great success. Like, what are the odds of that? Or if I did, it was at the end where it didn't matter. Alright, that is max-leveled Melusine. Let's go ahead and skill her up here, and then we will be calling tonight's stream there. So, yep, the success rates are still increased right now. But I will just start signing off here now. So, I have been Solrak Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed this very, very long stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, this roll part here is probably been extended beyond the rolls. I might actually cut off this level. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut off the level up portion or keep it tacked on with the roll stream. I haven't decided just yet. But yeah, this will go up at some point. during all of the Avalon Le Fae things, although if it goes up at the end of it, you're probably watching this and being a little bit confused at this point. But yeah, in conclusion, Avalon Le Fae was quite the ride, and I look forward to the end of the year where we will get the conclusion to Koyan's story, because she is definitely an interesting character, and I look forward to seeing how that will end. But for now, I've been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed tonight's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for you all to enjoy. But once again, I thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed, and have a fantastic evening, everybody. Bye-bye.